Welcome to the Inspiring Women of Iowa podcast, a special series amplifying the stories of the Inspiring Women of Iowa finalists. Inspiring Women of Iowa is an annual event hosted by Girl Scouts of Greater Iowa with the goal of celebrating women of courage, confidence, and character who are making the world a better place. And why does that sound familiar? Well, because it also happens to be the mission of the Girl Scouts, where they believe society is better because strong women show girls that anything is possible. This event was created by Girl Scouts of Greater Iowa in 2017 to celebrate women in our community and share their stories, while raising support for the Girl Scout programs that build the next generation of inspiring women. 16 individuals are celebrated annually with the Courage, Confidence, Character, and Inspiring Advocate for Women awards. I'm your host, Teresa Peterson, Caramel Delight enthusiast, and I'm honored to have the chance to speak with these amazing, inspiring women and to share their stories with you. Joining me today is Mary Corr. Mary is the Community Engagement Director for Talent Collective DSM, formerly Avenue Scholars. With nearly 2 decades of experience in nonprofit leadership, Mary has focused her work on strengthening communities, expanding access to opportunity, and building strategic partnerships that create lasting impact. She is nominated for the Character Award. Welcome, Mary.
Thank you, Teresa.
Such a nice day to have you with us. What should we know about you and your work?
Well, first of all, I'm a Des Moines native, so
All
that's
right.
why um, supporting our community is so important to me. I've seen about everything, in our
Yeah.
community. I've supported many nonprofits, and so students are really near and dear to my heart because they're the future of our community.
Yeah.
And then I've worked with homelessness and food insecurities and workforce development, various opportunities through the nonprofit work I've done.
Yeah, absolutely. So as a fellow Des Moines native, I have to ask, which high school did you graduate from, Mary?
Go Rail Splitters.
Yes, Lincoln. High
Yes,
forever. I went to
yes.
East myself. That's good.
Okay,
We're holding down a good chunk of the city
there
on
you
this
go.
podcast. That's good.
Yeah, actually, I'm headed over to Lincoln after this. We're going to do some mock interviews with our students. So we've got some community
Oh,
volunteers
I
coming in.
love this.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty
I
cool.
see your face light up when you talk about it. What do you want people who don't have the pleasure of working with students regularly to know about young people today?
Definitely it's a different generation, a couple generations ago from when I graduated. Students are very diverse. They're
Yeah.
gritty. They're willing to, make a difference. They have a different focus than I think we did. Students have access to so many more learning opportunities and experiences than we did. And that's what I love about our program. We're connecting students with career opportunities, and hopefully, they will leave our program successful and be a productive member of our community. So it does get me excited.
Absolutely. Tell us about something you're proud of in your work.
Oh, I would say throughout my 40 some years, just in Des Moines, is the connections I've made. And, a lot of people use the word mentorship. I like to say
Mm.
encourager. I've
Mm.
been an encourager. I've been encouraged by many in our community, from community leaders to colleagues. And, we've got to create that synergy among all of us if we really want our community to stay vibrant and strong.
Mm. Yes.
I really think, it's important for the nonprofits to be there, and they are there when individuals or families have a crisis. There's that safety net. The challenge I find is in talking to people in our community is connecting individuals or families with those resources, right? They don't know they exist, so how do they use them? So I think we do have a lot of room for improvement in that area to make individuals, communities, students, whoever, aware of there's a variety of nonprofits and resources in our community.
I always feel like that's something that's so beautiful about Des Moines, and I know this is, all across Iowa, so I promise we're not playing favorites, but when I
Right.
think about Des Moines specifically, and the state of Iowa, I'm sure, but big enough to have lots of opportunities, small enough to connect and know so many people, it just feels like that
Right.
perfect balance.
Yeah, and I would say that's been the success of our community is, making those connections, right? It's kind of that ripple effect, right? If
Yeah.
I don't know somebody, I probably know somebody who knows somebody,
Yes.
and, that's I kinda thrive off that. You put me in a room where I don't know anybody, and before I leave, I've probably made 2 or 3 really strong connections, and I'll follow up with those because
Yeah.
I don't necessarily looking for them, but I wanna be a resource for them, right? And then it's usually a win-win, right? Because then they'll,
Mhm.
say, "Well, then you need to know, so and so."
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That fits right in with what you were saying earlier about being an encourager, right? And a
Mhm.
connector and, like, thinking, "Who do I know who can help?" Right? I think that's such a
Right.
beautiful How do you stay inspired?
Well, that's a good question. I think it's when I see those connections made, when I see an organization thrive,
Mm,
when I see, individuals um, meet their goals, whether
yeah.
that's, you know, beating cancer, if that's, making an award list, in the schools where they get, National Honor Society or, even, increasing their GPA or their
Mhm,
attendance, right? It's
mhm.
sometimes those small steps lead to big steps. And I think everybody's got a different journey. Everybody has a different path. So it's just taking those, um, paths as they come and reflecting on what's worked, what doesn't work, what do I need to do now, and then reach out to those people they have connections with if they need support.
Mm, yeah. When you think about you've been involved in so many nonprofits and, like, so much service. If someone is just thinking about dipping their toe into some service to others,
Mhm.
volunteering, serving in a different way, what are some first steps they might consider taking?
Really identify what their passion is or what their
Mm,
why is. So, is it working with the elderly? Is it working with food insecurity? Is it working with youth? Is it working with, you know, you don't want to go volunteer for an organization if you don't believe in their mission. So,
yeah.
I always tell people to do the research, right? Go out on the internet. And then there's some uh, resources on Charity Navigator and Guide One where they rank nonprofits, right? It's a
Yeah.
measurement system, and they could see if the nonprofit is vital, and then just talking to people, right? I work with Habitat for Humanity, and it's like, well, talk to somebody that's helped with a habitat build, or if you want to get into a school, talk to some of the leaders or teachers. So just don't jump into something because then if it doesn't work out, you're going to be soured. They're going to
Mm,
have a bad experience.
mhm.
So it's not good for either the organization or the individual.
Yeah, absolutely. That's such a good point about decide if it's a good fit for you as
Hmm.
well, because I can think of times I've volunteered, even just short term, and if you're partnered with someone who isn't keen
Hmm.
on being there, it feels more like work than service or some the joy that you might get out of it, right? I get that too.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Especially if you have small children, right? I mean,
Yeah.
soccer, you know, volunteer with their soccer, Sunday school, um, their youth groups. I mean, there's so many areas to kind of start. And what better way to stay, you know, connected with your kids is getting
Mm,
involved with their organizations, right? And
yeah.
then, I mean, that's how I started. And then, once um, long story short, I have a daughter who's a cancer survivor. And, obviously that turned our world upside down,
Yes.
and that catapulted me into helping the organizations that helped us when she went through that, and thankfully, she's doing well now. She's an adult with children or a child, and now she's giving back.
Yeah. That's so beautiful, and I'm thankful your daughter made a full recovery.
Oh,
That's
thank you.
wonderful. This could be the easiest or the hardest question.
Okay.
You're reaching for a box of Girl Scout cookies. What's your go-to?
Oh, oh, let me think.
Or
Probably
2 or 3. I mean, you don't
yeah,
have to just pick one.
yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Probably the shortbread and then, the s'moys. Those are the ones with the coconut, right?
Caramel Delight? Is that what they say now? The Caramel Delight?
I don't know. See, because 'cause I'm old school, but yes, I mean,
Yes.
you really can't go wrong, right? There's really not a
No.
wrong answer,
Yes,
you
so
know?
good. Do
Yeah.
you like 'em room temperature? Do you have like a f I know the Thin Mint folks are about
Mhm.
50-50 on frozen or room temp. Do you do
Yeah,
anything fancy with them? I just eat them
I don't.
standing in the kitchen.
Well, and that's a nice thing, they're very versatile, right? You can eat them standing up, walking, skipping,
That's right.
you know? Burn some well, it kinda helps burning those calories as you eat them too, right?
That's
That
right.
you're not as guilty.
Oh, Mary, I love it. Yeah. What can't you do? You can figure out what you're passionate about and you wanna serve for while you're eating the cookies. That's like
There you go.
a double dose.
Yeah. Gives you
Ah,
kinda give you some energy, right?
yeah, that's right. Oh, congratulations on your nomination, and we'll see you at the luncheon in May, Mary.
Oh, thank you for your time, Teresa.
Thanks. The 2026 Inspiring Women of Iowa event will be held on May 8th at the Meadows Events and Conference Center. To purchase tickets and get more information about supporting this event, please visit inspiringwomenofiowa.com. All proceeds from this fundraising event stay 100% local to benefit Girl Scouts of Greater Iowa and their mission to build up girls of courage, confidence, and character who will make this world a better place. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your support.